Uh, Ricky made a mistake, and we're fixing it.
They can hear and see. Okay, now they can hear me. Whoo! What's up, everyone? Welcome into another edition of White Men Can't Dumb. As we are proving, we are the smartest show on the internet. As I clicked the go unmute button, and I was like, "There's nothing there. There's nothing there." And then I'm talking, and I'm like, "Oh, they can't hear me. Here, let me unmute Soapy, my beautiful co-host, so that he can tell the people what's going on while my lips were moving and no sound was coming out."
I mean, hey, sometimes I gotta be the spokesperson. It turns out, it's only spokesperson when we fuck up.
We put all the blame on you, right, Soaps? You're the fall guy.
Absolutely, I do absolutely nothing in this entire show, but let me tell you, it's always my fault.
And you know what I love most, as Tim in chat goes, my two favorite white men. The thing that I
Why
love.
does that remind me of the Schlatt quote? I don't know if you've ever seen
No,
it
I
before,
haven't.
but Schlatt has a video where he points towards the camera. He's like, "Oh, it's my favorite white guy."
No, I don't know that one.
Yeah. That is something else.
My favorite white guy. But there were numerous times throughout the countdown, Soapy, that I was like, okay, minute 57. Okay, minute 20. Okay, Soapy, 30 seconds we're going live. And I'm thinking, is he going to turn that damn camera on?
Oh yeah, well no, see, I honestly zoned out.
I know you
saw like the second, like you said like 10, and I'm like, oh wait, I should probably turn that on. But I'm like, fuck, I'm chewing on like pizza crust right now.
I got food off. I got Dr. Pepper off camera that people can't see. I don't want them to see me chew.
Oh, I got my stupidly large fucking water bottle. So I'm starting to try to Look at this fucking thing.
I just have empty cans. Holy shit. Yeah, I just have empty cans. I've got a glass. I got a pirate hat. The pirate hat I have. An other assortment of random things around me. The pirate hat also has seen better days, as you guys can see.
Yeah.
The leaf is it's kind of inverted. It's an inverted.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think the feather is supposed to point down.
Feather's supposed to point up, but yeah, it is not a happy camper of lately. But welcome into White Man Can't Dumb, smartest show on the internet. As we talk about, I got no shit on my shirt. As we talk about the best entertainment, gaming, TV, movie news, wrestling, all that stuff that goes into entertainment. You can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/MVPvids. If you want to join our free Discord, talk to everyone, fans and us alike, it is free down in the description. And also hit that like, that sub button, and that notification bell. Tim also says, is this what the show is? Because I'm down. Tim, you have never seen a White Man Can't Dumb? You have never. I feel a little offended that Tim has not seen a White Man Can't Dumb, Soapy.
And to be honest, until a month ago, I didn't even know the channel existed. So I mean,
good point.
Hey,
good
shout
point.
out.
I think our number one super fan who, and when I say number one super fan, I mean, I literally think that this man watches everything that we do, no matter what it is Retro. I think he watches whether it's basketball, football, entertainment, gaming, TV. I think he just watches everything.
I think JD's up there as well. I'm pretty sure he watches everything.
Okay, we got two. Jake used to be up there because then Jake was like, nah.
Yeah, he doesn't like
Tim, I
anymore.
stayed away. The title sounds racist. Well, you roll with the punches here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a classic movie that we're kind of playing off of. White Men Can't Jump. Woody Harrelson. You ever heard of it?
Yeah. Just because, I mean, Tim, we understand that you may not be intellectually smart enough to watch this,
or woke enough to watch this.
Yeah, who knows?
Oh, but Soapy, we got a jam-packed show today. If I forgot to mention, I am Ricky Widmer. He is Soapy Muffin. Soapy, the thing we are leading off with today is in your realm. It is in your wheelhouse. It's one of the things you love, and that is Star Wars. First off, by the way, this is an aside. I downloaded a new betting app, the Brovada app, because there's in the Discord that I'm in, there's a guy that bets on esports, and I wanted to see if it's worth it to get into the esports betting world.
Get ready for that one because that's a whole shit show.
But
Because I'll tell you this right now, esports, every game's an upset.
But you know what blew my mind more so than that on the Brovada app? You can bet on entertainment, Soapy. Like, they had it in here. You could bet on Game of Thrones. You could bet on Marvel. You could even bet on Star Wars.
The shit's not even around anymore.
Well, it's the House of Whatever series. So, like, I was looking at it today.
What, is it like...
Go ahead.
Like the hell do you bet on for it?
So for Game of Thrones, it was characters confirmed to be alive at the end of season 1 of House of Dragons. Ancient Hightower minus 500. Like, characters to sit on the Iron Throne in season 1 of House of Dragons. They have that there. They also have, and I was looking at it, Star Wars. They have Star Wars specials. Like, Soapy, will any of these characters appear in Ahsoka on Disney Plus? Hera Syndulla, Sabe? I think it's Sabe, S-A-B-E. Chopper, Zeb Aurelios, or C-3PO. Like, you could bet on that stuff. Like, there's a part of me...
That's a really dumb thing to bet on.
Will any of these characters appear in Andor on Disney Plus? Princess Leia, R2-D2, C-3PO, Surat Emwi, and Jyn Erso. Like, this is stuff that I never thought I'd want to bet on. And I don't want to bet on it. But, like, there's then the thought of me of, like, do people really bet on this? Of, like, oh, man, I'm putting $100 down. This character is going to be on the Iron Throne season 1. Like, do people really do that?
I wouldn't be surprised. The only thing is, that'd be the shittiest thing to possibly bet on.
Shittiest way to lose $100?
Well, it'd be the shittiest thing because with Game of Thrones, you never fucking know who's gonna die or not. They could it could be like, hey, this is the main character. 10 episodes later, like, yeah, that fucker's dead. We don't care about him anymore.
Oh man!
Like Game of Thrones would be the only like exciting one. Otherwise, it'd be like, who's gonna appear in Ahsoka? And it's gonna be like the fucking like. It's like, wow. I wonder. I guarantee all of these are gonna fucking appear.
Yeah. I mean, I was looking into it. I was like, I'm probably not gonna bet on any of these. But I definitely was looking into it. But the real news, Star Wars news that I wanted to start off with is that per the Hollywood Reporter, they have announced that Christopher Lloyd, Back to the Future megastar, will be joining the cast of The Mandalorian Season 3, which is currently filming in California. No details yet for Lloyd's character, but the Hollywood Reporter says it will be a guest star role as opposed to becoming a series regular. Lloyd is one of the first new names attached to the cast for the upcoming season. Lloyd is best known for his role as Emmett Brown, Dr. Emmett Brown, in Back to the Future movies as the inventor of a time-traveling DeLorean. That's for my youngins out there. But, Soapy, you're the Star Wars guy, so I wanted to ask you this. Yes, it's going to be a guest-like role. It's going to kind of be like what Bill Burr was in The Mandalorian. Kind of what we think Sasha Banks' role was in Season 2 of The Mandalorian. Is there any, like, is this going to be a character that's like, oh, it's a guest star, but fans know it? Or is this going to be like, oh, well, his character is a completely new name. No one knows it. It is made for him and his, like, 1 or 2 episodes he's in.
It's probably going to be a character we've never heard of before. Because I'm trying to think. I don't think, like, if they do anything... Like, the only thing I could see is they teased with Season 3 Thrawn was coming.
Yeah.
And that he was the next big one. If they're bringing him in to play Thrawn, thank fucking God you got someone who's smart to play Thrawn. But I don't think he's going to play Thrawn.
Well, because Thrawn would be like a series regular, right?
Yeah. I think he's just coming in as a guest. I think his character is just going to be someone that, like, they're going to try to make important. Like, he'll probably appear in, like, Obi-Wan or something as well. I'll find some stupid fucking way that they'll be like, he was a little kid in Obi-Wan.
He was a
And be
little
like,
kid.
why?
Uh,
Like, but yeah, I think that's what they're gonna end up doing.
mm-hmm.
Is it's just gonna be like a character, they give him his own special name. Like he's not a named character in Star Wars,
Mm-hmm.
but just for the show he's important for like the couple episodes he's there.
Yeah, the IGN article goes on to say the Mandalorian has had plenty of famous faces dropping in as guest star roles, including Carl Weathers, Warner Herrog, Amy Sedaris, Bill Burr, and more. Other famous guests who only appeared in a single episode were Michael Biehn from the Terminator. Like, this is something though that like, how do I want to phrase this question of like, I don't even know. I had a thought, and then I was like, nah, I don't know if I want to. Like, that just sounds like a dumb question because like, this is like something where it's like, oh, it's cool, but like, there's a point in my mind. It's like, does this serve fan service, or is this just like, hey, we want a big name in here. We want someone who's just going to be in for an episode. Hey, people like tune in because it's like, oh, you got to check out season 7. That's the episode with Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, I think that's what they're doing it for. I think they're doing it just for a big name.
Mm-hmm.
If it was fan serviced, I think that we'd be getting a different character. Like, I think we would already have an idea then of who he's gonna play.
Yeah.
Because like I can't even really think of any like named characters left to bring in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, unless they start bringing in, like, really obscure characters that, like, the average Star Wars fan wouldn't know.
Yeah.
But even at that, it's like Disney's already shown they don't care about the super hardcore fan.
Yeah,
they're not gonna.
There's no books anyways. Why would you even think about that?
Yeah, no source material, nothing.
Yeah, no source material at all. But like, so on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll ask you, how excited are you for Christopher Lloyd in The Mandalorian?
I'd say about a 7. I think Christopher Lloyd's a really good actor.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, I don't expect him to be like a super huge piece.
I
just want them to make the goddamn season already. I've waited like what 2 years now.
Do we know when it's gonna come out?
I don't fucking know. I know Mandalorian was like, hey, Boba Fett fucking stinks. Let me make this my show, and it got better. So all I'm saying
Soapy
is at this point,
shade.
like, I mean, ain't shade. Everyone fucking agrees with me.
I mean,
stunk.
season 1, season 2 was only a year in between. I mean, I know that COVID happened and like it's filming in California now. It says season 3 is going to release in 2022.
So it'll probably be around like September. Like September, October.
Filming begun in October, and it's set to premiere in the second half of 2022. So you're right, probably October, September. The other ones debuted in season 2 was October 30th. Season 1 was November 12th. So probably that same schedule of like end of October to early December or November to mid-December.
Yeah. Basically like in the last quarter of the year.
Yeah.
To have it to where there's a whole year of recording.
Got to get people excited around Christmas for something. Why not make that Mandalorian time?
Yeah, because see, that's the thing. That's when they ramp it up. Because that's
Baby
when, like,
Yoda
in the episode. Yeah, they fucking just put Baby Yoda on the middle of the goddamn screen the whole time.
The Baby Yoda sales
point, like, there's no one left who hasn't already bought a Baby Yoda that already wanted one.
Yeah.
So, like, at this point, like, what fucking sale are you ramping up for someone?
No, man, they're gonna make new products with Baby Yoda. You gotta make new products.
Yeah,
with
we'll
Baby
get like
Yoda.
Baby Yoda riding a bantha, and we'll get like the fucking stupid voice line for Boba Fett, like a bantha,
like a bantha. The next thing, Soapy, so Star Wars was a little bit of yours. Now we go into something that's totally like up my alley. That it brings a smile to my face because not only are the Netflix Marvel series, The Punisher, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Daredevil, not only are they going to find a new home with Disney Plus or Hulu, one of the two, it's also being reported that a Daredevil reboot is reportedly set to enter production and will appear and will apparently be on Disney Plus MCU series. The latest issue of the Production Weekly, which provides listings of pre-production and in-production projects for film professionals, includes a section for a show simply referred to as Daredevil Reboot. The show is listed as a Disney Plus series currently in development, with head of Marvel Studios Kevin Feige and Chris Gray, one of the two, however you pronounce it, Marvel's Behind the Mask, mentioned as producers. No timing is given for this and when it would enter production, however, nor which actors would be involved. Here's my thing, Soapy. Like, we knew this was going to happen. We knew there was going to be a Daredevil reboot. But, like, for me, I'm first off excited that they're basically saying, hey, we're going to reboot Daredevil. He's one of the characters that we absolutely need in this MCU. We know he's in the MCU because of No Way Home had him in there as Peter's lawyer for a scene. Theater went crazy when he showed up. But, like, the thing is, before this series, I'm thinking before this series can happen, we have to get the She-Hulk series first. So, like, obviously the She-Hulk series is going to come first because that's going to release this year. We still don't have a date for it, but I had to make sure if it was going to be 2022 or 2023. But we have to get that series first. We have to see what he's going to be like in that show, because we know Matt Murdock is going to be in the She-Hulk show, because She-Hulk, when she's not hulking out, is a lawyer and interacts with Matt Murdock.
Okay. See, honestly, I'm gonna be completely honest. I was reading something.
Because you were more of a Punisher guy with the Netflix series, right? That was the one you focused on?
Yeah. And sorry about that little bit there at the end. I was reading something.
You're good.
Because my entire thing with the series is, can we finally get fucking Daredevil and Punisher in the same goddamn show?
I don't know if they introduced Punisher into the MCU.
They better.
Which is weird.
Just do it. Like, I don't care what the excuse is, just do it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't try to act like no one dies. Like, Thanos snapped half the fucking planet away. The Avengers literally, like, leveled half of fucking New York fighting Loki. Like, shit blows up all the time. Don't tell me that, like, oh, people don't die. They just get injured. Like, if fucking half of New York just disappeared like that, and, like, they're just like, don't worry, guys. It's okay. No one died, it'd be like, alright, yeah, that's horse shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we know people die, just give me Punisher.
The one thing...
The guy who played him in the Netflix show, have him grunt. Have him grunt so much in my ear, and it's fine.
Like... Because the thing I'm thinking about is, when it comes to the Punisher, like, they told that story in my mind, especially season 1, they told it so well. To where I don't know if I'd want a full reboot of, like, give me, like, the exact origin story of the Punisher. But, like, the one thing that I would think would be fucking awesome is, so they're going to do some Dark Avengers shit, which the Dark Avengers is like, we saw US Agent. He was in the Falcon and Winter Soldier series. There's, I want to say, Belova's Black Widow is in the Dark Avengers. Norman Osborn's in the Dark Avengers. However, he's not in the MCU. He was pulled over. But it's got, like, Luke Cage, Victoria Hand, Miss Marvel, Norman Osborn, Toxie Doxy, and US Agent. And there's a part of me that goes, this is supposed to be like an Avengers team that does the dirty work. That's like, hey, we're going to do the dark stuff, and we're going to do things that villains would do because we can handle it like villains. We don't really need to go by that superhero code. Like, there's almost a part of me of, like, US Agent was kind of a bad guy in the Falcon Winter Soldier, where would the Punisher come in? Because it's like there's some guys of like he would hunt them down. He would be like, you don't deserve to live because you are evil, and I need to kill you. I need to punish you, basically.
Yeah, I think it fits into that weird spot of where, I mean, you could also consider Punisher also a bad guy. It's like it's the same way of how
Anti-hero,
like
yep.
in Batman, yeah, like of how like Red Hood and Punisher, like I mean, obviously two different characters, but, like they're very similar in the fact of like they both view justice like in a similar way, or at least when the Red Hood first appears. But like I don't know, I think you could find some justifiable way of doing it. Because you could at least have it. Because I know in the comic books, at least, I know Frank Castle and Daredevil at least they knew each other, and they didn't try to kill each other. But like, I mean, they weren't the greatest of friends.
Yeah.
Like, I think you could do something with it. If like, I'm not saying like, oh, have him be in the show every episode. But, like, have him occasionally appear to kind of like act as that rivalry for Daredevil. I think could be a really good idea for it.
Well, because like you also have it to where like I'm looking up just enemies that the Punisher has had. Kingpin. Tim also says Punisher is OG Casey Jones. Yeah, except with a gun, not a hockey stick.
Yeah, he kind of murders people, not just beats them up.
Not with roller skates and a hockey stick. Although
Fighting turtles.
Although Casey Jones is a badass, I do love myself some Casey Jones. Like Kingpin's been in the MCU. I will stand by it. I don't care what the Hawkeye series said. I don't care that it was like, boom, oh, he's shot, he's dead. We did not see a goddamn body, Soapy. Until I see a GD body, Kingpin is still alive in the MCU. You can't kill that man with a simple gunshot. Kingpin is too fucking strong to be killed with a single gunshot.
I mean, hey, you may as well just have it to where he's like one of the main villains, and you have it that fucking Frank's like, all right, I'm gonna punish this stupid fuck.
Like, you have him, you have Eddie Brock's Venom. Like, I know that's on MCU, but like them and Sony have worked together. Why not do it again? You could have him in the Daredevil series. Like, maybe that's how you introduce him. He's in an episode of 2 because him and Daredevil, it's kind of like him to Daredevil is Catwoman to Batman without the like romantic, hey, I want to low-key fuck, but we're not gonna fuck.
Or in some cases of, hey, we're gonna actually fuck.
Yeah. later on, they're like, yeah, we're just gonna have them do it, right? We're just gonna have them do
we're just gonna fuck on someone's rooftop. It's like, okay.
While it's raining, it's got to be raining, Soap.
Yeah.
Got to have that rain hit the face just right.
Yeah.
Deadpool, like, what if he showed up in Deadpool 3?
That'd be
like,
cool.
Could you imagine Bethal and Ryan Reynolds, like that little like playback of Ryan Reynolds Deadpool with the cold like no sell of John Buttal, however you say it.
Yeah, I don't know how to say his name either, but yeah, like I think it's just find some way for the Punisher to be there. Like I know obviously you probably don't want to have someone just running around that actually just straight up kills people.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I said, you can't act like people don't die in these movies, Marvel. Or sorry, my bad. Disney. Don't act like no one dies, Disney.
Yeah,
Thanos'
but like,
whole thing is he killed half the fucking population. Don't act like no one dies. I'm not saying like have like him like shove a fucking grenade in someone's mouth. I'm not saying do something like that, but like the fucking NCIS way that people die. That like they just shoot the gun and they fly back. Just do something like that.
You know, just shove a grenade. I'm not saying shove a grenade in his mouth or anything.
Yeah, like I'm not saying that. But, like just do like the fucking like NCIS like Law and Order. Like someone gets shot and they just fall over. Like I'm not asking for a fucking bloodbath.
Yeah.
Like for instance, I think it was even the like Netflix series for Punisher did Punisher really well. Like obviously it was violent at times because like spoiler for the show, it's not even on Netflix anymore.
Well, it's gonna be on Disney Plus.
Yeah, but like at the end of season 1 when he fights I forget his friend's name, the guy who runs the private military group. The most violent part is he just starts bashing his fucking head into a mirror.
Yeah.
Like if that's the most violent he's gonna get, like. Pretty sure we basically watched Thor get his fucking eye cut out. So all I'm saying is, if we're moving the goalposts, that bashing head on mirror is too bad. We got a problem here, Disney.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm trying to think because, like, the thing I loved about the Punisher, the Netflix one, is how they like roped in the PTSD thing also.
Yeah, I also like how they modernized him as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because for anyone who doesn't know, when Punisher was originally written, the war in Iraq hadn't happened yet,
Yeah.
and there wasn't like a real big war to go off of.
Mm-hmm.
So they just made him a Vietnam vet.
Yeah.
But in the show, they made it that he served in Iraq.
Mm-hmm.
Was it in Iraq or was it
I think it was Desert Storm, was it not?
It was one of the two. All I know is that in that show, they don't shut the fuck up about what he did over there. Which, I mean, to be fair, is understandable. But I'm pretty sure it's Iraq because they have smartphones, and he's been in New York for like 3 years.
It's a story about America's war in Afghanistan.
Okay.
The people who fight it and what they do when they come home. It's about veterans and violence, black ops and bad operators, gun violence and vigilantes.
Yeah. So basically, it's like mid 2000s.
Basically, he was one of the soldiers that went over there. The fight against terrorism. We gotta fight the terrorists.
Yeah, because he served in like a special branch of the U.S. military because he was so good at fighting people.
Yeah, well, I mean, could you imagine if we got a fucking imagine this, we get a fucking series of the Punisher before he's the Punisher, and rope it in to where him and Killmonger knew each other, because Killmonger was also the same thing. They roped him in with he was a like Army special ops, where basically it was like, hey, you're the mercenary of the U.S. Army, like you're the mercenary, and then every kill we're just gonna put like a little like scar on your body and just call you Killmonger.
Yeah, I think they could actually pull something like that off, because then would you have an excuse to bring Michael B. Jordan back?
Mm-hmm.
Please fucking do. He's a fantastic actor and everyone loves him. Yeah, it's like you're able. That's how you can tie him into the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
And even at that point, it's just a loose tie-in. That he's there. He's not running around, but he's there.
Yeah.
So in case if in the future you ever want to bring Punisher in for something, now granted, I don't know how Punisher's gonna do against galactic villains, but I mean, hey, fuck it, we can find out.
Like, I totally think they could do a whole thing of like Deadpool 3 is where the Punisher his mission is to kidnap Deadpool, and like it almost like what Cable was to the Deadpool 2 movie, where it's like, yes, there's a bigger baddie, but like he's introduced that way, because I can't wait to see how they introduce Daredevil into this whole fucking shit. Or not Daredevil, Deadpool.
Yeah, because again, that's the thing that I'm also really excited for, is that like originally they were super hesitant to put Deadpool in, and they're like, well, like, we don't really want to do that, we don't know if he fits the MCU, and we're like, motherfucker, do it. Like, don't be a baby, don't be scared, we want Ryan Reynolds in these fucking movies. Just imagine if in the scene in, I think it's Infinity War, when the Avengers first bump into the Guardians, and they have the whole standoff, and we're like, what do you want me to say, Jesus?
Yeah, what do you want?
Imagine if Ryan Reynolds is in that scene.
Oh, what do you want me to say, Jesus?
Like, that would just make that so much better.
You're from Earth. Yeah, I'm from
No, I'm
Earth.
from Missouri.
Yeah, I'm from Missouri. That's on Earth, dingus.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he says dipshit in it.
That's
on Earth, dipshit.
Peter Parker. We're the Avengers.
Who do you serve? What am I supposed to say? Jesus?
Yeah. What master do you serve?
Imagine if fucking Deadpool was in that scene.
Oh.
Like,
oh, man.
That's all I'm saying. Is at this point, you already fucking introduced comedy into the Avengers. You already showed that, like, they can get serious and get violent. Deadpool's funny and violent.
Okay, you kill one of mine, I'll kill one of yours. Do it, Quill. I can take it.
He can't take it. He's right.
He's right. Oh man, I fucking love that scene. I might watch Endgame. You know what? I'm gonna watch. That was Infinity War though. That wasn't Endgame.
Yeah, it was Infinity
Yeah,
War.
that was.
That's
I gotta watch Infinity War and then the Endgame.
Because they showed up because Thanos was on the planet and they were coming to try to fuck him up. So that's when Drax is laying on the ground and he's like, "Do it!"
I'm from Missouri. Missouri's on Earth, dipshit. Oh well, Soapy, we laughed. We had a good time. Now, are you ready to get a little angry?
A little bit.
Because Soapy's. If I don't get a rant out of this, I have failed, Soapy. Halo TV star Pablo Schreiber has explained why the decision was made for Master Chief to remove his helmet in the upcoming live-action series. Kiki Wolfkill, a studio head at 343,
that's a cool ass
Halo's
last name, by the way.
Wolfkill.
Yeah, that's a cool ass nickname. No, that's a cool ass last name.
Kiki Wolfkill.
Yeah, that's a cool ass name.
Are you gonna change your name to Wolfkill?
Oh, I'll stick to my last name.
At least I tried. Previously confirmed to IGN that the Paramount Plus series would reveal Master Chief's full face for the first time in history of the franchise, prompting several fans to voice their concerns over some of the creative decisions being made behind the scenes of the TV adaptation. Well, Schreiber had some comments for Tech Radar, and he said, "One thing I've learned very early on is that there's as many different options in the Halo universe as there are Halo fans. So obviously you're not going to be able to please everybody. But what I would say is that we are tailoring an entertainment experience that's tailored to the medium that it's for." When you play a first-person shooter, the way that a character is developed is very different than what's necessary when you're making a long-form television. To go on this journey with your protagonist, you're not going to be able to bring an audience along in a long-form story without having access to a character's face, which tells you what they're feeling, how they think about everything. That access to a character's emotional life over a course of time is what makes you empathize and connect with a character. I'm sorry, but it's the only choice for long-form storytelling in television. What I would say to anyone who disagrees with that, I totally respect that opinion, but it's a pretty basic place to start when you're talking about making a television show of quality. Soapy, before you give your rant, I have one thing to say about this. Bullshit. The reason why I say bullshit, go back and watch The Amazing Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield. There is a scene where Andrew Garfield is in full suit, cannot see his face because he is fucking Spider-Man. And with his body emotions and like his hands and everything and how he's like acting with his full body, conversing, like not even saying a word to Gwen Stacy, just by his body action, not even seeing his face, I could tell you exactly what that character is feeling, what that character is going through. Yes, it helps to see a face, but you don't need to see a face. If you're going to be like, well, you got to see what the character's feeling. Bitch, we know Master Chief. We grew up with him with how many games? I think we know how he fucking feels about things.
Yeah, let alone the fact that you guys are doing the stupid silver timeline and you're like, he has PTSD. Mm-hmm. How the fuck does he have PTSD already? Mm-hmm. That's all I want to know, because we're covering the start of the Human Covenant War. Master Chief hasn't been a Spartan for that long. He's been here for like 3 years. Oh, not 3 years. He's been around for
unless that was something by the studio. Hey, we got to throw in something that's relatable. Throw in PTSD. That's relatable, right?
Me as a viewer, I understand traveling to other planets and murdering people that want to literally eviscerate me like I'm a goddamn animal.
Yeah.
Like, the only thing is they're trying to make Master Chief relatable. nothing about him is relatable.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm sorry, how many of us were kidnapped as a child?
If you were,
I sure as
then
hell wasn't.
if you were, you had a
How many
scary
of us?
childhood.
Yeah. How many of us were experimented on when we were a child, giving cybernetics that had a very strong chance of killing us?
0%.
How many of us were put through rigorous military training, which killed almost everyone in his fucking graduating group?
1%.
How
There's
many of
gotta
us are
be some
dropped from
kids in
fucking
China.
orbit to literally kill people who would rather destroy Earth
0%.
than talk to anybody? See, all I'm saying, that's 4 things. Chief doesn't seem too relatable to me. That's like if we were like, all right, we make a Doom Guy TV show. Doom Guy's got PTSD. That'd be the stupidest fucking thing.
Yeah.
Literally, nothing in Master Chief's story is anything to do with PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
The Silver Timeline bullshit is them being like, yeah, we didn't want to look it up. We just liked the idea of Halo, and we just wanted to make something with it.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know what you could have done with Halo without making, everyone get pissed off?
Hit me,
How
Soapy.
about you make up a fucking Spartan that's not Master Chief?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's tons of them.
Then
you
you
guys fucking already made up 3 other ones that aren't real.
Now, if you made one up that's not Master Chief, would you be okay with them showing their face?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's the thing of where with Master Chief, they're using him because he's the only name that anyone knows.
Mm-hmm.
Because, for instance, every other named Spartan in Halo, we have seen their face at least once.
Mm-hmm.
The only ones we haven't seen is Emil from Reach.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think some of the Spartans from Halo 5, which no one cares about fucking anyone in Halo 5.
Yeah.
But, outside of that, we've literally seen everyone's face. It's just Master Chief is the faceless protagonist. That's the entire point. That's why everyone loves the joke that in Halo 1, the scene where he's taking his helmet off, when people got debug cams and watched the scene, it's just another helmet underneath.
Mm-hmm.
That's why people like that joke.
Yeah.
Because the fact of it's like, we're never going to see his face. There is no purpose to us seeing Master Chief.
Mm-hmm.
You are trying to tell a story that has nothing to do with anything that Master Chief would be like. Master Chief is humanity's ultimate weapon.
Mm-hmm.
That is literally what he is stated as. Because the fact that he is the greatest Spartan to ever live, no one has even come close to half the shit he has done.
Mm-hmm.
Why after fighting the fucking, I forget what they're called in the fucking Halo universe, the Rebels. Why after fighting Rebels for 6 years does he have PTSD all of a sudden?
Mm-hmm.
And then how is he going to be able to fight the Covenant with PTSD on his mind?
Yeah, I mean,
That's what I want to know. Because I don't think the authors even realize how PTSD works.
Mm-hmm. We've talked about this numerous times, and every time we talk about it, we don't have any good things to say about it, or neither the words the words "Hey, I'm excited for this" have not come out of our mouths, unless it's just now, and I tried to explain that they've never come out of our mouth, to where with this, I feel like these comments are a little, I almost want to say tone deaf, because instead of saying, hey, you know what, this is what we did, Schreiber tried to do that, but it comes off to me as get fucked, loser.
It literally comes off as condescending of
yeah,
hey, you're a fan of this? Fuck you.
You would not understand what it's like to make a long-form television show.
Me, big Hollywood celebrity man. I know more about this medium that I've probably never done anything with in my life. I know more about it than you, the fan, the person who's probably played all of these games. I know more about it than you. When literally, in the development of this goddamn TV show, they literally said, we didn't look at the books or the games for inspiration. A fuck were you looking for?
What the fuck were you looking for?
That's the only thing I hate about when it's a video game adaptation. I'm not asking for a tick-for-tat fucking adaptation. Because if you want to do your own thing, there's other people in Halo you can cover.
So,
for instance, you want to talk about PTSD? You can do it with Buck. You can do the fucking Cole Protocol. You can do literally any of those characters. You can make up a fucking Spartan that survived Reach that has PTSD. That'd be a pretty good fucking PTS storyline. Knowing the place that you've known your whole planet, your whole fucking life is gone. Everyone's dead.
What he's been in: Candy, the King's Defender, Traces, L'Oreal, Defending Jacob,
Is Defending Jacob the one where like the kid murders someone?
Wasn't that the one that were? Oh no, I'm thinking Brandon.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Defending Jacob's the one where it's like a
Chris
it's like a
Evans is in it.
lawyer's. I'm pretty sure that's the one where like the kids or like a lawyer's kid kills somebody
The
and he has to
limited
represent him.
the limited drama series is a gripping, character-driven thriller based on the 2012 New York Times best-selling novel of the same name. An assistant DA's world is shattered when his beloved son gets charged with murder.
Yep. Okay. This is the thing I was thinking of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like,
Cool. I mean,
like whoop-de-doo, you made a fucking television show for Apple TV. Like, it does, like, it comes off exactly like you said. Condescending is the best word for it. Because, like, as I'm reading these quotes, I'm just sitting here going, like, who are you to say that you know more than me? Like, yeah, you're an actor. Like, I'm not going to tell you how to act and stuff. But, like, when it comes to things about this character, the fans know the character as well. To
yeah,
where
you
it's
can
like,
tell
if
me
that character isn't exactly what they're expecting, they're not going to have a good time.
Yeah, and just telling us like it's alternate universe doesn't make it any better. Because then all you're telling us is cool. You don't actually care about the character. You just want to profit off of
I
it.
hate when they do alternate universe because then it's like, great. Why should I care about this Master Chief?
Yep. Well, because I mean, just let alone the stuff I've pointed out before, the silver timeline bullshit. They
Yeah.
already have humans working with the Covenant.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't that not just entirely fuck with the entire story? Oh wait, I forgot. These guys didn't look at the games for anything. No, the games that tell you why there's no humans in the fucking Covenant.
Yeah.
Because the prophets want to kill them. For a very specific fucking reason. I think it'd be a little weird, and I think it'd be a little hard to convince anyone, hey, let's not kill this human specifically. They're kind of a good human.
Mm-hmm.
But let's kill the rest of them. I'm pretty sure, the elites, the Ungoi, the Brutes, the Jackals, I mean, the Grunts couldn't fucking do anything. They're already enslaved.
Yeah.
Like, pretty sure they'd start questioning why the fuck we're sparing at least, like, one human, but we're killing the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
As hell, it's literally the human Covenant war is what breaks the Covenant apart. Does the elite start to question, okay, why the fuck are we killing them? Like, it's not even, like, religious war anymore. This is just, like, hey, we're killing to kill at this point.
So,
Like,
go ahead. You're the Halo guy. Vent away, Soapy.
it's just,
I'm gonna give you the time.
this only just so much annoys me because it's as well with the fact of, like, they've already shown of where, I forget what the actress's name is. And I don't doubt her character's gonna be good. I don't doubt it. Like, I guarantee, because, like, they've already kind of hinted Master Chief's not the main character. Which one? Why the fuck make a Halo show where he's not the main character? He's the only one anyone fucking cares about.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, the Rebel girl.
Yeah.
Why is the UNSC and the Rebels working together?
Mm-hmm.
And you can't even pull the, like, oh, well, the threat against humanity united them. Nope. Did not fucking happen in Halo. But I just don't care about that. You guys pulled the Disney of... Like, there's no source material. We don't need source material. We'll make a better story than they could. It's like...
This is the problem when you take,
I
think you just said, when you take a game and try to make it a TV.
Yeah. Of, like, Halo can work as a TV show. It honestly can.
Yeah.
The problem is, you can't take Master Chief and do it. Because at that point, you fuck with everything else that'll happen. Because, for instance... Is Master Chief gonna have it to where he becomes, like, emotionally attached to Cortana like he ended up becoming in the games? Because, I mean, for the first 3 fucking games, he could give less of a shit about it. I mean, first 2 games at least. Third game, like, we start to see that he really cares about Cortana, and then fourth one, they basically almost kissed each other if they fucked good, but he was wearing a helmet. Where it's like, okay, like, how fucking fast are you gonna accelerate that? Then how mystically he's just gonna have, like, a fucking love boner for Cortana, like, 5 episodes into the fucking show.
Yeah.
Because you guys don't know why he's attached to Cortana. Because she's the only one who's experienced everything he's experienced. Like, they're gonna have it that, like, it feels... The thing that pisses me off about it the most is I don't mind the PTSD storyline. I get bringing attention to PTSD and everything. And it's a noble thing. It's a thing that a lot of people don't have experience with.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, there's different types of PTSD. This one's, like, the more military style. Of, like, seeing some shit that, like, the average person's not going to see. Like, I'm not going to see someone with their legs fucking blown off. But, like, with this, they're gonna have it to where they're gonna like humanize the guy that literally is humanity's shield against the literal fact that they're on the verge of extinction from the Covenant.
Mm-hmm.
And where it's like, that's not why Master Chief's there.
Yeah.
Cortana is meant to humanize him because he attaches to something. That is the only thing he's attached to.
Like, that's a story right there. That is a story that is fucking relatable.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I am someone who is so ripped from reality that I can't relate to anyone. And then one person, well, kind of a person, brings me and humanizes me and brings me down to earth and brings out my true self.
And it just feels like they're using the PTSD to completely skip around that.
Oh my God. You know what they could have fucking done? And I don't know if you would have liked this, but it would have made more goddamn sense. The mask is a wall. Yes, he doesn't take it off, but by wearing the suit, not showing his face, Master Chief puts up a wall. That is not who he really is under the suit. And they could have done, Cortana brings out the real him, just like you're saying.
Yep. Literally what they could have done. But no, Silver Timeline, we're just going to ignore that.
Paramount, just let us write it. Let us write it. Let us produce it.
Let people who actually know Halo's lore actually write this shit. Because what a shocker. It actually kind of works out. Because
that's the shit I love. Like, Disney has done that. Where it's like, they found people on the internet. Oh, you know what? You get this shit? I want to give you a chance. Here, you come in, you write it. Yeah. We're going to do your story. What a shock.
Marvel went from an absolute fucking nobody group of movies to the biggest goddamn thing because Kevin Feige, a guy who knows Marvel, was like, hey, run it.
Yeah. I can't wait for him to just turn over Star Wars, too.
I can't wait either.
Side question, do you really like Jon Favreau with, like, his Star Wars stuff? I'm kind of hit or miss on Favreau. Yeah. I like Happy, but, like...
Yeah, it's one of those things where I just have to see more.
Mm-hmm. Like, I didn't like Jon Favreau's Lion King. I'll say that.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't like that at all. Last two things, Soapy, they're very small. The first one, we have comments from Oscar Isaac. Gives an update on the Metal Gear Solid movie. During a red carpet premiere for the upcoming Disney Plus movie, Marvel series Moon Knight, IGN asked Isaac if there was any movement on the Metal Gear Solid movie. The Metal Gear Solid movie was announced back in 2020 and has not been heard of since. The exact quote he gave, We're searching like Solid Snake. We're climbing through air ducts. We're looking for the story." Is that a problem that they haven't found the story yet? That they want to tell?
I don't really think it is. Mm-hmm. Because, to be honest, Metal Gear is a really weird story to tell.
Yeah.
Like, this is one, like, you have to go incredibly slow. Like, you can't take the Kojima route. Tell a story like Kojima because no one will know what the fuck's going on.
Kind of like how you play Metal Gear Solid. You sneak around, you go through an air duct, like, exactly like Isaac said.
Yeah, to where it's, don't tell it like Kojima, because anyone who has played a single Metal Gear game knows the first hour of the game makes total sense. You're like, okay, yeah, I'm I sneak around, I'm secret agent. They're like, oh, hey, there's robots. Okay, hey, here's these people who teleport. Why the fuck can they teleport? I'll never be told. I'll have no fucking idea. I just have to accept it. Oh, hey, here's a fucking Metal Gear. And apparently no one knows these things fucking exist. It's like, okay, who the fuck built this giant goddamn Optimus Prime robot that shoots fucking nuclear warheads?
Yeah.
And they're just like, fuck it, no one really knows. No one also really cares. Like, that's just the thing of where, like, I feel like Metal Gear is the really weird and probably not the right choice for a movie. Especially if you're going for, like, a sneaky movie, because why not just do Splinter Cell?
Yeah.
Splinter Cell fucking sneaks.
Dude, Splinter Cell fucking slaps, too.
Yeah, Sam Fisher has a really easy to fucking tell story. It's essentially Taken, but you put him in a stealth game. I mean, am I wrong?
If you hurt her, I will come to you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
That's basically what fucking Sam Fisher is. Like, Splinter Cell Conviction, 90% of it.
I'm a man with very particular skills, Soapy. I don't know if you knew that.
I mean, apparently. But, like,
How many people have headphones on that were just like, nope, don't need to hear that, Ricky?
Probably a good amount of people. Yeah, like where Metal Gear is
So like, where was I?
No, I mean, like, I was about to go on a rant about how Splinter Cell should have been a movie instead of Metal Gear. But yeah, like, that's the thing. It's just, do you start from the very beginning? Because now you find yourself in the weird spot of how do you explain that Snake, Solid Snake, Liquid Snake, Raiden, and Big Boss are all related?
Yeah,
They're all the same fucking person.
good point.
How do you explain that one? No, actually, okay, technically Raiden's not related. He's an orphan in France.
Yeah,
But I think he's in France. He's somewhere.
mm-hmm.
But like, how do you explain all the fucking snakes are related?
Yeah, I mean,
And how long is this movie gonna be?
3 hours, probably 3 to 4.
In 3 hours, you ain't explaining that shit. That took a whole game to explain that.
Part one.
Are we getting a trilogy like The Hobbit?
I bet you that is fucking part of the decisions they're making of like, okay.
What the fuck do we tell?
Do we split this up? Do we put it into multiple movies? I bet that's something they're discussing.
Yeah, well, because that's the problem with doing anything with fucking Kojima touches. No one knows what the fuck is going on half the time.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
That's why, like, the Silent Hill movies are so fucking weird.
Uh-huh.
Aside the fact that Silent Hill itself is just weird. Like,
yeah.
Notice how, like, the Silent Hill movies can't even fucking explain themselves. Because I don't think Kojima could fucking explain them. Like, that's just the whole thing. It literally took people asking Kojima outside of the fucking game, hey, what the fuck is up with Pyramid Head? For us to figure out what he stands for.
So
the fact that you have to ask someone outside of it, like, you can't take that approach with a movie.
Yeah. Nah, I agree. Like, it'll be interesting, though, to see where they go with it. The last thing, Soapy, I have to turn off our overlay to show the fans this. Very last thing. Soapy, you have an Xbox. I don't think you have a Series S or X yet, but if you did, would you want a furry Sonic controller? It is an Xbox controller, Soapy, that is actually fucking furry and has fur on it. I don't know if I would want to play with a controller like this. Uh-oh, did I lose him?
I don't even know if you...
Uh-oh, you're cutting in and out, big guy. You're cutting in and out. I see the mouth moving, but I don't hear anything. Uh-oh. I think we might have lost him. He said 1 second. He's there. I can still see him. He's moving perfectly.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, sorry. My fucking internet randomly just over this week has just been absolute shit.
Hey, man, it's a struggle we go through.
It's an absolute no. It's an absolute no for me.
You don't want a furry fucking controller where the where the buttons are fully immersed, like the fucking stick.
No.
How that thing is like fucking buried in this fur.
Yeah, still that's gonna be a big fat no for me, dog.
Like the actual Xbox looks cool with like the fucking Sonic knuckle. They use the ring for the circle part, but like. You can't tell me, Tim, imagine having to vacuum your controller.
That's literally what you'd have to... No, dude. Okay. Remember when we used to do games live? Remember when we talked about the fucking Gene controller? This is on that level of like, who the fuck would want to do this?
I forgot about the Gene controller.
I almost bought one of those, by the way, as a joke.
Oh, man, you should have. That was a fucking baller idea.
But, like, imagine that. Like, you'd have to put your fucking Gene controller in the washing machine.
Uh-huh.
You'd have to fucking vacuum your Sonic controller. Like, no. And no fucking way. And even that, imagine like if you have kids. Kids are fucking disgusting.
Yes.
I don't want to know how gross that fucking
Yes,
controller's
there'd be
gonna be.
so many fucking boogers in that fucking controller.
Yeah, there'd be so many boogers, like the fucking hair would stick together. It looked like a
Yes.
fucking matted dog.
Yes, yes. YES, I totally agree.
Like, sell the console separate and just let us have the fucking like, because like you said, the console looks fine. I
Yeah.
mean, granted, it just looks like
It's
a fucking Xbox.
it's not
at this point.
amazing, but it's not bad.
Yeah, it's just, let's not make furry controllers. Let's not get wild here. Let's just have it to like you just change the actual design of the controller for like the cover, not
I don't
hey,
know.
let's
Like
put
any
fur
other
on it.
thing, just make it red and blue. Why add fur?
Well, because they already sell red and blue controllers.
Yeah, but fuck it. Like,
Put Sonic on the
yeah,
controller.
exactly. There you go.
Like all you gotta do is just make it to where it's like for Sonic. I mean, no, granted, Xbox their buttons are color coded as well, just like PlayStation's. But
Yeah.
have it to where like on like the fucking controller around the bottom of where like the button goes into the controller, you have like a little ring. So it'd be like a little Sonic ring around it.
Yeah.
And you could have it to where like the Knuckles controller gets special analog sticks that are like Knuckles' fists. I had to be careful how high I held my fist because I have a fucking cup here that I forgot I had.
So it's like I don't want to fucking spill it.
Well, no, there's nothing in it.
Oh,
but
okay.
knowing my dumbass and how much I drop shit off of this desk constantly, I don't want
Yeah.
like shattered fucking glass at my feet.
Good fucking point. That is gonna do it though for White Men Can't Dumb, the smartest show on the internet. Don't forget that, folks. We are the smartest.
Absolutely.
We won't let you hear the end of it. But if you want to join the Discord where you can talk to us and all of the MVP fans, that is down below in the description for free. If you want to support us, patreon.com/MVPvids is how you can go ahead and do that. And remember, hit that like, sub, and notification bell to stay tuned with everything we're doing here on the channel. Want to thank you guys for checking out the show today. We'll be back on Friday to close the week. Thank you for everything, and as always, have a good day, everybody.
Bye. Of course, I gotta go on fucking Twitter and Toad PhD's fucking merch store pops up instead.